Friends, welcome to my channel, Maths Guru Oja. Today I am going to discuss again certain sums which are important for board examinations. This is the third series which I am going to discuss. Already two series of certain questions are available. I will give the link which you have not seen, then you can follow that. So let's start. The first question is that solve by completing a square. In quadratic equation, one sum either to factorize or to solve by completing a square, this will definitely come in this board examination. So factorization is very simple. I hope all students can do. So let us see one sums where we have to do what? Completing a square. How we can solve a quadratic equation with the help of completing a square. So here one equation is given, 9x square minus 15x plus 6 equal to 0. In completing a square, the first step is that we have to take the constant in the right side. If constant is already there in right side, then the first step is already over. So plus 6, if I will take to right side, it will be minus 6. Then the second step is that we have to divide the equation by the coefficient of x square. So here the coefficient of x square is 9. So we have to divide the equation by the coefficient of x square. So 9x square by 9 minus 15x by 9 equal to minus 6 by 9. This is the second step. Then in the third step, after dividing, what we will get, that we have to convert into either a plus b whole square form or a minus b whole square form. So here, since it is minus is there, I have to convert into a minus b whole square. So x square can be written as x whole square minus, in a minus b whole square or a plus b whole square, we have to write 2 as a formula. 2, then a. What is the a here? First term x into, this is the main thing. We have to think certain number which we will multiply with 2, then we will get this 5 by 3. So the number is what? 5 by 6. Why? Because 2 and 6 will cancel out, we will get 3. So our second term is b. And then we have to write plus b whole square, that is 5 by 6 whole square. What is the formula? A square minus 2ab plus b square. Now we can see here that 5 by 6 whole square is not here. So I have written 5 by 6 whole square in the right side also. That means this will cancel out. So this is the way we have to form either a minus b whole square or a plus b whole square in completing a square. So after that, what we have to do? This we can write what? X minus 5 by 6 whole square equal to minus 2 by 3 plus 5 by 6 whole square is 25 by 36, and just we have to take the LCM. After taking LCM and a square root, we will get 1 by 6. So our required result is x is equal to 5 by 6 plus minus 1 by 6. So once we have to take as plus and once we have to take as minus to get the required value of x. So this sum is very important for board examination. So let's see the second question. A die is thrown twice. What is the probability that 5 will not come either time or 5 will come at least once? So for this sum, this is a sum from probability, we have to prepare the table that what are the possible outcomes. So as we know that in a die 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is written. So if I will take 2 die, there also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be written. So what are the different possibilities or different outcomes which is possible if we will throw 2 die together? So it may be either 1, 1. This is the way to prepare. 1, 1. Then it may be 1, 2. It may be 1, 3. It may be 1, 4. Similarly with the help of 2, 1, 2, 2. In this way, we can write this table. If I will write with 3, this one is 3, 1. This is 3, 2 and so on. So if we will prepare this table, we will get there are total 36. There are total 36 outcome is possible. Here 36 outcome is there. Our question is that in how many cases 5 will not come either time. So we have to see in the first row how many outcomes are there where 5 is not there. So I can see here only 5 is there in this one. That is, in this out of 6, in one case 5 is there, that is in 5 case 5 is not there. So in the first row I will get 5 case, second row 5 case, third row 5 case, fourth row 5 case, fifth row we will get not a single case because in each case 5 will come. Then in sixth row we will get what? 5 case. That is, there are total 25 outcomes are there where 5 is not there. That is, 5 is not there either time. Neither here 5 is there nor here 5 is there. So there are total 25 and total outcome is 36. So our probability will be 25 by 36. To find probability, we have to remember, we have to write total outcome in the denominator and the probable outcome in the numerator. So 5 will not come either time. As we have seen from the table, there are 25 cases where 5 is not there. So I have written 25 by 36. So total outcome is 36. If 25 times 5 is not there, that means 11 times 5 is there. So 5 will come at least one time. The probability will be 11 by 36. So this is the way this sum can be solved. Let's see the third sum. The coordinates of one end point of a diameter of a circle are 7, minus 3. That means this is a circle and AB is the diameter. Here the coordinate of A is given. In the question, coordinate of center, that is O, is given. We have to find what is the coordinate of B. So in this sum, we have to remember, this is the sum from coordinate geometry. We have to remember that in case of diameter, O is the midpoint of AB. O is that is center is the midpoint. So if it is midpoint, then the formula which we can use is x is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2. This formula can be used if the point is midpoint. And if it is not a midpoint, then we have to use mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. So we have to remember these two formulas. So here x is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2. So here we can see this is our x1, this is our y1, this is x and y, this is x2 and y2. So we have to find x2. So let's put the values in this. In place of x we can write here 3. Then in place of x1 we can write 7. x2 is unknown by 2. In the same way, in this also we can put what is the value of y here. It is minus 5. y1 is minus 3 and y2 is unknown. So after putting the value, just mere simple calculation, we will get the required result. These two we have to multiply here. So it will become 6 equal to 7 plus x2. If I will take x7 to left side, it will be minus 7. That is, our x2 will be minus 1. So this is the way this sum can be solved. Let's see the question number 4. Here, Savita and Hamida are friends. What is the probability that both will have different birthdays or same birthdays? In the question it is given, we have to ignore that it is a leap year. So, we know that there are 365 days in a year. And if it is given leap year, this will become 366 days. That we have to remember. अगर ये leap year दिया हुआ है, so we have to write here 366 days. And since it is a simple year, then we have to write 365. So we have to understand that in a year, there are 364 days where their birthday will be different. That is, their birthday, if it is same, it can fall on only one day. अगर birthday same है, तो केवल एक ही दिन पे दोनों का birthday होना पड़ेगा. That means, out of 365, one day their birthday day will be same and 364 days their birthday will be different. Out of 365, 364 days ऐसा हो सकता है जिसमें उन लोगों का बर्थडे अलग अलग डेट पे गिर सकता है और एक ही दिन साल में ऐसा हो सकता है जिसमें उन दोनों का बर्थडे सेम डेट पे गिरेगा. तो डिफरेंट बर्थडेज के केस में प्रोबेबल आउटकम होगा 364, टोटल आउटकम इज 365. सो दिस इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी. और सेम बर्थडे का हो जाएगा एज वी हैव डिस्कस ऑलरेडी दैट एक ही दिन उन लोगों का बर्थडे सेम डेट पे गिर सकता है. से 5 जून को दोनों का बर्थडे है. सो 5 जून में एक ही दिन हुआ, वन डे out of 365. So it is 1 by 365. So this is the way we can do it. Let's see another sum. One more sum. This is from circle. That what is the distance between two parallel tangents of a circle of radius 8 centimeter? So if the two tangents are parallel, we can see and we know also that the line segment joining the point of contact with the center is always perpendicular. That is, this radius is perpendicular to the tangent, and in the question it is given this is 8. So this will be also 8. That means the distance between these two parallel chord will be 8 plus 8. That is the diameter itself, and it will be 16। तो ये सम भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। लेट्स डिस्कस क्वेश्चन नंबर 6। In figure, a square OABC is inscribed in a quadrant OPBQ. If OA is equal to 10 centimeter, we have to find what is the area of shaded region. So ये आप देख सकते हैं ये क्वाड्रेंट है, एंड इन क्वाड्रेंट OABC एक स्क्वायर है. एज यू नो दैट स्क्वायर का हर एक साइड इक्वल होता है. एंड इन द क्वेश्चन इट इज गिवन OA is 10, so AB will be also 10. एंड इन स्क्वायर ईच एंगल इज 90 डिग्री. दैट मीन्स ये एक राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल हो गया. OAB इज ए राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल. तो बाय यूजिंग पाइथागोरस थ्योरम वी विल एबल टू फाइंड व्हाट इज OB, एंड वी कैन सी दैट OB इज द रेडियस ऑफ दिस क्वाड्रेंट. तो हम लोग को विदाउट फाइंडिंग रेडियस हम लोग क्वाड्रेंट का एरिया नहीं निकाल सकते हैं. सो बाय यूजिंग पाइथागोरस थ्योरम हम लोग क्या कर सकेंगे, इस रेडियस का वैल्यू निकाल पाएंगे. सो बिफोर दैट I have calculated what is the area of the square. So area of the square is side into side, and side is given 10, so 10 square that is 100. Because from quadrant अगर हम लोग स्क्वायर का एरिया को माइनस कर दें तो we will get what is the area of shaded region. So let's see how we can find the radius for this quadrant. Here as I told, OAB is a right angle triangle. So according to Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square, which one is OB square, is equal to perpendicular square, that is AB square, plus base square, that is OA square. So this I have written according to Pythagoras theorem. And OA and AB both are 10, 10. So if I will put 10 square plus 10 square, that is 100 plus 100, that is 200. So OB square equal to 200. तो यहाँ पे हम लोग को OB का रूट निकालने जरूरत नहीं है, because in the formula of sector R square आता है, and OB is R. OB is the radius, it is R, so this will be direct value of R square. So 200 का रूट निकालने के लिए हम लोग को यहाँ पे कोई एसेंशियल नहीं है. So what is the area of quadrant? It is theta by 360 pi R square or 1 by 4 pi R square for quadrant. So theta is 90 degree by 360. As I told, OB square directly 200 I can put here. So after calculating we will get 157. So to find the area of shaded region from the quadrant, we have to subtract the area of the square. So area of the square we got 100. So 157 minus 100, that is 57 square. So this is the way we can solve this sum. And this type of sum where one figure will be given and we have to find the shaded area. One question definitely it will come in examination. Let's do question number 7. This is the sum of the two digit. The sum of the digit of a two-digit number is 9, and also 9 times the number is twice the number obtained by reversing the order. आप अगर एग्जामिनेशन का पेपर देखेंगे तो अगर 10 टाइम्स पेपर देखा जाए तो उसमें 6 to 7 टाइम्स एक 2 डिजिट वाला क्वेश्चन रहता है. दिस इज फ्रॉम लीनियर इक्वेशन. सो वी हैव टू रिमेंबर दैट अगर 2 डिजिट नंबर दिया हुआ है तो वी हैव टू एज्यूम दैट 10x plus y इज ए 2 डिजिट नंबर. वी हैव टू एक्सप्रेस इन द फॉर्म ऑफ 10x plus y. Because suppose 32 आंसर है तो 32 कैन बी रिटन एज व्हाट, 30 plus 2, that is 10 into 3 plus 2. यहाँ पे 3 हो गया 10th प्लस डिजिट एंड 2 हो गया 1st प्लस डिजिट. सो दिस इज द वे टू एक्सप्रेस वन 2 डिजिट नंबर. Either we can write 10x plus y or we can write 10y plus x. So I have assumed that here it is 10x plus y. So here x and y are the digit, and in the question given the sum of the digit is 9. So x plus y will be 9 क्योंकि यहाँ पे डिजिट x and y है. So this is my first equation. Then in the second case it is given 9 times the number. So what is our number? 10x plus y is equal to 2 times the number obtained by reversing the digit. तो अगर डिजिट को रिवर्स कर दिया जाए, ऑर्डर रिवर्स किया जाए तो y will come in place of x and x will go in place of y. So it will be 10y plus x. So this is the second case, and if we will solve this case, we will get another equation 8x minus y equal to 0. So by solving these two linear equation, we will get required value of x and y. So this is very important sum. Let's do the last sum. The median of the distribution is given 28.5. We have to find the value of x and y. So this is a question from statistical part, and this question is, I think, you can say assure that 80% time these questions are coming in the examination, these type of questions. So how we can solve this question? Here the table will be given in the question, but with the table I have written the solution itself also. So in the question you will get 0 to 10, 5. I have written the cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency will be 5. Then how to find the cumulative frequency? This plus this we have to write here. This is the way to find cumulative frequency. So this will be x plus 5 is 5 plus x. 20 plus 5 plus x is 25 plus x. And in this way we can write the cumulative frequency. And in the question it is given the median is 28.5. So that means 28.5 will lie between 20 to 30. So here 20 is the lower limit. This is our frequency. And this is the cumulative frequency preceding the class. This is the way we have to find the value. We have to see that median whatever given, where it will lie. तो ये 20 to 30 के बीच में आएगा. So ये हो गया हम लोग का मीडियन क्लास. ये हो गया फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द मीडियन क्लास और ये हो गया क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी प्रीसीडिंग द क्लास. तो आफ्टर नोइंग दिस वैल्यू, सिंपली वी हैव टू राइट द फॉर्मूला median equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H. And just by putting the value in this particular formula, we will able to calculate what is the value of our unknown x and y. So I have shown the solution here. Let's see this. Median is 28.5. In place of L I have written 20 plus n by 2, that is 60 by 2. It is given in the question itself. Minus CF is 5 plus x by our F, that is 20, into H, that is 10. What is the size? And after solving, we got what is the value of x? 8. And by putting the value of x in this case, we will get what is the value of y. So I think these 8 questions, if any student will solve, they are definitely going to get a very good marks in the examination. So thank you for watching. I will produce more series. I hope all of you will follow, and if you like, kindly share and subscribe.